Hello, hello. Hello. I am late. Let me see if this works now. Nope. Still not a good look for right now. Hmm. Anyway. Hey, welcome in, y'all. Gotta set up Instagram. Welcome in. Welcome in. Almost didn't make it today, y'all. Let me tell you. Tired. Honey, I'm tired. Hey, friend. Mm-mm. Hey. Oh, that was so nice. I'm not feeling it today, but y'all so nice. Hey y'all. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. See if some water and some caffeine can help me today. Mm. Welcome in, y'all. Welcome in. The live video says I've been live for 20 minutes. And I don't know how that happened. I don't know how that happened, but I'm just going to assume that 20 minutes was zero. I don't even know how that got started or even occurred, but here we are. Nope, right here. Welcome in, y'all. Welcome in. Welcome to Reading with Miss Taylor Said. Back to work today, and that was fun. That was lovely. Um, yeah. Welcome in, y'all. I was gonna try these glasses, but they're look at all that reflection that you're getting on the glasses, and I don't even have them on. I was gonna try them, but I don't need them. It would literally only be for aesthetic, and if it has the reflective thing in it, then it's not a fun aesthetic. Okay, thank you, thank you. So that's so weird. That's so weird. Um, yells, 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 yells. Y'all, I love this sweater so much. It's so cozy, and it's like gray, and I love that color. And y'all might see a whole lot of this sweater. Is all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. It's a very cozy sweater. I hope y'all are doing all right today. I hope y'all are doing good. Hope y'all are doing good. I'm gonna give it a few more moments, and then we will get to reading The Mastery of Love, The Mastery of Love by Don Miguel Ruiz. We are going on to chapter 5, The Perfect Relationship. We'll see. We will see. I'm very excited. Very excited. Um, I got a friend's mask, and I'm excited about that. I like it, and I got a compliment on it today. So, it made me feel pretty good because that's my favorite show. And I don't care how y'all feel about it. Friends is my favorite show. Mm. Frasier and Seinfeld were better. I don't care. Friends is my favorite show. Oh, they stole the show from Living Single. I agree. I I know that for a fact. Friends is still my favorite show. Now, was Living Single excellent? and felt very, very good and definitely deserve to have their full 10 seasons as well? Yes. Because honestly, living single would have been everything that Friends was. Chapter 5, yes. Living single would have been everything that Friends was if they had gotten the opportunity to flesh out the characters and the storylines. But alas, they did not. So, Friends. Mm. Want to drink a little water? Because we need to stay hydrated. I hope you, if y'all haven't hydrated, go get you some water right now. You know, go get you some water. Stay hydrated. And we're going to get started in a moment here. Hey, hey. Oh, I always forget to do this, y'all. Every time. Every freaking time. Mm-mm. Yay. Getting some water. Let's go ahead and share now. Mm-mm. Y'all always forget to share the stuff. I'm excited though. Actually got the I don't have the new laptop in my possession yet, but there is literally someone sent a laptop to me and I just have to go pick it up now. And I'm very excited about that. I'm super duper excited about that. Thank you. Thank you. I like it too. I don't have to do my hair no more. I like my haircut this way too because I really don't have to do my hair no more. All right, I guess it's time for me to go ahead and start reading. Let me share this on Twitter Girls first, and then I will start reading, y'all. I will start reading. I take a long time to start reading, but the whole point is for the audience to be in here. Here we go. I guess we can go ahead and start reading then. Oh, thank you for all the hearts. Okay, so, and the kids are home. Yay! Such excitement. Okay, so welcome to Reading with Miss Taylor Said. My name is Taylor. I'm also known as Miss Taylor Said. And I started this show on November 30th, 2020, in an effort to complete some goals of mine. Um, First goal being that I want to actually finish the books I have in my possession. I have purchased and collected and been gifted a lot of books over the years, and I have not read or finished most of them. So I actually want to start and read the books that I have in my possession that I've collected over the years all the way through. So that is one goal. The second goal that I have is that I want to get more comfortable with reading aloud in front of an audience. Some of the things that I plan on doing with my life will include me doing speeches, reading teleprompters, reading cue cards, things of that nature. And so I want to get comfortable reading aloud in front of an audience and reading things the way they're supposed to be read. And the third goal that I have with my show is that I want to get more comfortable with public speaking again and engaging with an audience. It's been so long since I've been able to speak in front of a group of people live, and I miss it. I honestly miss it. And I want to get back to it and I want to do it for the rest of my life. Full time for the rest of my life. I want to be a public speaker. So I want to get some practice here with engaging with an audience, speaking aloud in front of an audience. So that is why we are here for Reading with Miss Taylor Said. And I just like y'all a whole hell of a lot. So I enjoy reading books with y'all. I enjoy talking with y'all. I enjoy the conversation. I enjoy how real we are here. And I'm just thankful for every time that someone pops into this live and watches it. So thank you guys for being here. If you're watching on the rewatch, thank you for watching again. I'm gonna go ahead and get into this next chapter. This next chapter is called The Perfect Relationship. And we are reading The Mastery of Love by Don Miguel Ruiz. If you have missed the previous episodes, you can go back on whatever platform you're watching on right now and look at the previous episodes. We're on chapter 5, so we've been reading this for 4 episodes now. So let's do it. Imagine a perfect relationship. You are always intensely happy with your partner because you live with the perfect woman or man for you. How would you describe your life with this person? Well, the way you relate with this person will be exactly the way you relate with a dog. A dog is a dog. It doesn't matter what you do, it's going to be a dog. You are not going to change a dog for a cat or a dog for a horse. It is what it is. Just accepting this fact in your relations with other humans is very just accepting this fact in your relations with other humans is very important. You cannot change other people. You love them the way they are or you don't. You accept them the way that they are or you don't. To try and change them to fit what you want them to be is like trying to change a cat for a dog or a cat for a horse. The fact that is a fact. They are what they are. You are what you are. You dance or you don't dance. You need to be completely honest with yourself to say what you want and see if you are willing to dance or not. You must understand this point because it is very important. When you truly understand, you are likely to see what is true about others and not just what you want to see. If you own a dog or a cat, think about how you relate to your pet. Let's consider your relationship with a dog, for example. The animal knows how to have a perfect relationship with you. When your dog does something wrong, do what do you do with your dog? The dog doesn't care what you do. It just loves you. It doesn't have any expectations. Isn't that wonderful? But what about your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your husband, or your wife? They have so many expectations and they are changing all the time. The dog is responsible for its half of the relationship with you. One half of the relationship is completely normal. The dog's half. When you come home, it barks at you. It wags its tail. It pants because it's so happy to see you. It does its part very well, and you know it is the perfect dog. Your part is almost perfect also. You handle your responsibility, you feed your dog, you take care of your dog, you play with your dog, you love your dog unconditionally. You will do almost anything for your dog. You do your part perfectly and your dog does its part perfectly. Most people can easily imagine this kind of relationship with their dog, but why not with a woman or a man or a non-binary person? Do you know any person who is not perfect? The dog is a dog, and that is okay with you. You don't need to be responsible for your dog to make it a dog. The dog doesn't try to make you be a good human, a good master. Then why then why can't we allow a woman to be a woman or a man to be a man and love that human just the way they are without trying to change them? Perhaps you're thinking, what if I am not with the right person? That is a very important question. Of course, you have to choose the right person. And what is the right I'm sorry, y'all. I'm changing woman and man, but this is a pain in the butt. So please know that when I'm saying these gendered things, I'm including non-binary folks as well. This is a pain in the ass. And what is the right woman, the right man? Someone who wants to go in the same direction as you, someone who is compatible with your views and your values emotionally. Oh gosh, I'm not reading this right, y'all. I'm so sorry. Let's try this again. Of course, you have to choose the right person. And what is the right person? Someone who wants to go in the same direction as you do. Someone who is compatible with your views and your values, emotionally, spiritually, physically, and economically. How do you know if your partner is right for you? Let's imagine you are a man and a woman is going to choose you. If there are 100 women looking for a man and each will look at you as a possibility, for how many of these women will you be the right man? The answer is you don't know. That is why you need to explore and take the risk. But I can tell you that the right woman for you is the woman you love just the way she is, the woman you don't have the need to change at all. That's the right woman for you. You are lucky if you find the right woman for you and at the same time you are the right man for her. Ooh, woo, woo, woo. Ain't nobody in here with me. Ain't nobody in here with me while I'm saying this. But I can tell you That the right woman for you is the woman you love just the way she is, the woman you don't have the need to change at all. That's the right woman for you. You are lucky if you find the right woman for you, and at the same time, you are the right man for her. You are going to be the right man for her if she loves you just the way you are and she doesn't want to change you. She doesn't have to be responsible for you. She can trust that you are going to be what you claim you are, what you project you are. She can be as honest as possible and project to you what she is. She will not come to you pretending to be something you later discover she is not. The one who loves you just the way you are. Because if someone wants to change you, it means you are not what that person wants. Then why is she with you? You know, it's easy to love your dog because your dog doesn't have opinions about you. The dog loves you unconditionally. This is important. Then, if your partner loves you just the way you are, it is just like the dog loves you. You can be yourself with your partner. You can be a man or you can be a woman, just the way the dog can be a dog with you. When you meet a person, just after the hello, she starts sending you information right away. She can hardly wait to share her dream with you. She opens herself even if she doesn't know what she's doing. It's so easy for you to see every person just the way she is. You don't need to lie to yourself. You can see what it is that you are buying, and you either want it or you don't. But you cannot blame the other person for being a dog or a cat or a horse. If you want a dog, then why are you getting a cat? If you want a cat, then why are you getting a horse or a chicken? You know the kind of man or woman that you want. You know the kind of man or woman that you want? Sorry. The one that makes your heart sing, the one who is aligned with the way you are, the one who loves you just the way you are. Why set yourself up for something else? Why not get what you want? Why pretend to make someone fit what they are not? It doesn't mean you don't love them. It means you make a choice and say yes or no because you love yourself also. Y'all not in here hearing this word right now. You make a choice and you are responsible for your choices. Then, if the choices are not working well, you do not blame yourself. You simply make another choice. Whew, y'all. Ooh, this is getting me in my feelings. I'm okay, but I'm getting in my feelings. Don't mean to, but here we are. You know what I'm saying? Didn't mean to, but here we are. But let's imagine that you get a dog and you love cats. You want your dog to behave like a cat, and you want to try to change the dog because it never says meow. What are you doing with a dog? Get a cat. This is the only way to begin a great relationship. First, you have to know what you want, how you want it, when you want it. You have to know exactly what the needs of your body are, what the needs of your mind are, and what fits well with you. There are millions of men and women, and each one is unique. Some will make a good match for you, and some won't make a good match at all. You can love everyone, but to deal with a person on an everyday basis, you need someone more closely aligned to you. That person doesn't need to be exactly like you. The two of you only need to be like a key in the lock, a match that works. You need to be honest with yourself and honest with everyone else. Project what you feel you really are and don't pretend to be what you are not. It's it's as if you are in a market. You are going to sell yourself and you are also going to buy. In order to buy, you want to see the quality of what you're going to get. But in order to sell, you need to show others what you are. It isn't about being better or worse than someone else. It's about being what you are. If you see what you want, why not take the risk? But if you see it is not what you want, you're going to pay for it. Don't go around crying, my lover abuses me, when it's so clear for you to see. Don't lie to yourself. Don't invent in people what is not there. This is the message. If you know what you want, you will find it just like your relationship with your dog, but better. See what is in front of you. Don't be blind or pretend to see what is not there. Don't deny what you see just to get the merchandise when the merchandise will not fit your needs. When you buy something you don't need, it ends up in the garage. Whoo, man, he is saying something right now. When you buy something you don't need, it ends up in the garage. It's the same in a relationship. Of course, it can take years for us to learn this painful lesson, but this is a good beginning. If you make a good beginning, the rest is going to be easier because you can be yourself. Listen, the person that ended things with was wrong, was not what I thought he was. Okay, he was literally a dog, a cat in a dog's costume. Okay, that's what he was. But um, I'm sorry, I can't think right now. But while I thought he was a dog during the time when he was pretending to be a dog, and sorry, did I say dog in a cat's costume? While I thought he was a cat and pretending to be a cat, when I first got the cat said to me, I don't, I'm not going to change. I'm not going to change who I am. I'm not going to turn myself into something to be with you. I'm going to be myself. And you can take that or leave it. I'm going to do these things. These things are a part of my life, and this is what I'm going to do. Take that or leave it. Do you take it? I took it because I wanted the same thing. So it's out there. What you want, the person you want that you won't have to change, they're out there. Maybe there are multiple people and you end up being poly. Maybe it's you. Maybe it's your best friend and you don't. Because the thing is like romantically, if there's a person out there, there's a person out there. You just don't have to take their shit. You don't have to take you don't have to take anybody else's stuff and carry it as your own. And you don't have to change people. Anyway, it's the same in a relationship. Of course, it can take years for us to learn this painful lesson, but this is a good beginning. If you make a good beginning, the rest is going to be easier because you can be yourself. Perhaps you already have a certain amount of time invested in a relationship. If you choose to keep going, you can still have a new beginning by accepting and loving your partner just as they are. But first, you will need to take a step back. You have to accept yourself and love yourself just the way you are. Only by loving and accepting yourself the way you are can you truly be and express what you are. You are what you are, and that is all you are. You don't need to pretend to be something else. When you pretend to be what you are not, you are always going to fail. Once you accept yourself just the way you are, the next step is to accept your partner. If you decide to be with a person, don't try to change anything about them. Just like your dog or your cat, let them be who they are. They have the right to be who they are, and they have the right to be free. When you inhibit your partner's freedom, you inhibit your own because you have to be there to see what your partner is doing or not doing. Want a word, okay? When you inhibit your partner's freedom, you inhibit your own because you have to be there to see where your partner is doing or not doing. And if you love yourself so much, you are never going to give up your personal freedom. That's also why, like, if somebody asked me, oh, how could you not have known? Da 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 da. Because I'm not giving up my personal freedom to check up on somebody. The what? I'm not giving up my personal freedom, my mental freedom to go check up on somebody. I'm not giving up my freedom to go and pop up on somebody at their job or their house. I'm not giving up my freedom, my mental freedom going through somebody's phone and worrying about if somebody's texting them or not. I'm not doing that. You got a secret life? That's on you, big dog. When I find out, I'm not I'm not dealing with secret life stuff. No. I'm not Anyway, can you see the possibilities a relationship offers? Explore the possibilities. Be yourself. Find a person who matches with you. Take the risk, but be honest. If it works, keep going. If it doesn't work, then you do yourself and your partner a favor. Walk away. Let them go. Don't be selfish. Give your partner the opportunity to find what they really want. And at the same time, give yourself the opportunity. If it's not going to work, it is better to look in a different direction. If you cannot love your partner the way they are, someone else can love them just the way they are. Don't waste your time and don't waste your partner's time. That is respect. If you are the provider and your partner is the addict, and this is not what you want, perhaps you would be happier with someone else. But if you decide to be in that relationship, do your best. Do your best because you are the one who is going to reap the reward. If you can love your partner the way they are, if you can open your heart completely to your partner, you can reach heaven through your love. If you already have a cat, and honestly, y'all, honestly, when you're in a relationship and your relationship is struggling, and then you turn on the I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna do it regardless of if they're doing it. I'm gonna do it regardless. I'm gonna do what I'm supposed to do in the relationship, regardless of if they're giving it back to me or making me feel that way. It may feel dumb. It will feel dumb. It will feel very dumb because you'll feel like your pride and your ego will be like, whoo, okay, all right, I'm doing this thing over here and I'm being really freaking nice to this person and I'm doing these things that I know they like because I'm trying to be good, and they're not giving it back or they're making me feel worse or whatever. Regardless, like when he says, do your best because you're the one who's going to reap the reward, it is only to your benefit that you do your best in a relationship and that you are exactly who you signed up to be in the relationship. Because when you do your best in a relationship, when you step up and you make the effort in a relationship, it exposes where they're not. It exposes if you're trying to figure out, oh, do I need to stay with this person? I don't know. I feel like it's so much hard work to make it work and everything. Give it one last effort. Give it one last effort. If you plan on staying, give it one last effort. Do your absolute best. And if their behavior doesn't change, get the fuck out. But you know what happens if you're not dealing with someone who's completely heartless and soulless? You know what happens? When they see you doing your best, when they see you making the effort, when they see you give away, like let go of the like, well, I'm not doing this because you're not doing that. And they see you let go of that and they just see you doing it regardless of their actions and doing it because you want to do it for yourself. Make it about you. Literally make that about you. In my last relationship, it was like, I'm not getting the time I want with you. I know why now, but I'm not getting the time I want with you. I'm not talking to you as often as I want to talk to you. I'm not doing any of those things. What can I do? When we bumped heads, it was like, all right, what am I going to do? Be the partner that you want your partner to be. And off that beat, like, not what, I don't care what anybody else has said, what the girl that plagiarized that book said. Be the partner that you want to be, you want to see, right? So I started doing that. Start calling more often just because it's just like, I don't want to wait for you to call me. I'm gonna call you more often. I'm gonna text you more often. I'm gonna be more, flirty or assert myself or like actually say some of the feelings that I normally wait until we're in person. I'm actually just say them to you in the phone call or the text. I'm going to ask for a better plan. Like I'm going to do these things so that I know for a fact that I did everything that I could do to make sure that this works, to make sure that when I'm saying to you, I feel like you don't do this, I feel like you don't do that, when you do this, it's not enough or whatever, before I sit there and keep telling you what you're doing is not enough, let me do more just to see if it's you that's not doing enough and it's not me. Because I've done that before. I've done that before where I'm complaining because I want to be prioritized. And that's just a fact. Even my pattern app was telling me that this morning. It was just like, I expect to be prioritized. So if I don't feel like I'm being prioritized, then I'm going to ask more of you. But really, why? Another part of it is what, like he said, about loving yourself. The only way that you're going to be able to be a really great partner to someone is if the same amount of love that you're giving this other person, you need to give that and double it to yourself first. First. You have to give that to yourself first. I'm not saying it's impossible to be with someone during a time that and be loved properly by someone during a time when you don't really love yourself. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that prioritizing your self love will make you a better partner, because either you're going to find out that you are not supposed to be with this person, or your relationship's going to get better. Either way, you win. Because if you find out you're not supposed to be with this person and they only like the old version of you that didn't love themselves and all that stuff, you just dodged a bullet. You just got rid of somebody that don't don't benefit from you loving yourself. But if you choose, like, no matter how the outcome happens, okay? Being a woman that has dated men, um, is that certain things are not, if you can't put a monetary or tangible value on something, it's not like a tangible price, or if you can't appraise certain things for value, okay, and I can't make it tangible or financial, a lot of people don't see that effort as something that's valuable. So emotional labor is not seen as valuable. um Domestic chores and domestication, as far as like taking care of a home and stuff like that, is not seen as valuable. Like, I don't have children, but like, a woman taking care of her children, a lot of times, is not really seen as valuable. It's just seen as an obligation. um I things There have been things, plenty of things that I've done in relationships that just weren't seen as valuable. um but that wasn't because what I did wasn't valuable. It just, the person that I was with doesn't see the value in it, because that's not what they needed, because I wasn't what they needed. You just get rid of someone if they're miserable and who only wants to be miserable with someone else so they aren't lonely. Yeah. Being yourself always is always going to serve you well. Choosing to love yourself will always serve you well. Choosing yourself first. Choosing yourself first. It always goes back to this. It always goes back to loving yourself, being true to yourself, being who you are, and loving yourself, and choosing yourself first. Choose yourself first. Please. Please, I'm begging you, choose yourself first. You deserve it. You deserve it. But what he was saying is that, okay, if it doesn't work, then do yourself and your partner a favor. Walk away. Let them go. Give your partner the opportunity to find what they really want, just the way they are. Don't waste your time, and don't waste your partner's time. This is respect. Okay, I already read this part. There's the addict, and this is not what you want. Perhaps you would be happier with someone else. But if you decide to be in that relationship, do your best. Do your best, because you are the one who is going to reap the reward. If you love your partner the way they are, if you can open your heart completely to your partner, you can reach heaven through your love. If you already have a cat and you want a dog, what can you do? You can start practicing from this point forward. You have to aim for a new beginning by cutting your ties with the past, and starting all over again. You don't have to have attachments to the past. All of us can change, and it can be for better. This is a new beginning for you to forgive whatever happened between you and your partner. Let it go, because it was nothing but personal importance. It was nothing but misunderstanding. It was nothing but someone being hurt and trying to get even. It's not worth whatever happened in the past to spoil the possibility that you can reach heaven in a relationship. Have the courage to go for it 100%, or let it go. Let go of the past and begin every day at a higher level of love. This will keep the fire alive and make your love grow even more. Of course, you need to look at what it means to have the good moments and the bad moments. If being emotionally or physically abused is a bad moment, I don't know if a couple should keep going. If a bad moment is that someone loses her job, something is wrong at work, or someone has an accident, that's another kind of bad moment. If the bad moments come from fear, if they come from a lack of respect, humiliation, or hatred, I don't know how many bad moments a couple can survive. I'm sorry, y'all. This is very triggering for me right now. This is very triggering for me because y'all know what I've been through. I haven't talked about it. Super triggering though. In the relationship with your dog, you can have a bad moment. For whatever reason it happens, an accident, a bad day at work, or whatever, you can come home and the dog is there barking at you. And the dog is there barking at you, tail wagging and looking for your attention. You don't feel like playing with the dog, but the dog is there. The dog will not feel hurt that you don't want to play because it doesn't take it personally. Once the dog celebrates your arrival and finds out you don't want to play, the dog goes and plays by itself. The dog doesn't stay there and insist that you be happy. Sometimes you can feel more support from your dog than from your partner who wants to make you happy. If you don't feel like being happy and you only want to be quiet, it's nothing personal. It has nothing to do with your partner. Perhaps you have a problem and you just need to be quiet. But that silence can cause your partner to make a lot of assumptions. What did I do now? It's because of me. It has nothing to do with your partner. It's nothing personal. Left alone, the tension will go away and you will return to happiness. That is why the key in the lock has to be a match. Because if one of you has a bad moment or an emotional crisis, your agreement is to allow each other to be what you are. Then the relationship is another story. It's another way of being. And the whole thing can be very beautiful. Relationship is an art. The dream that two create is more difficult to master than one. To keep the two of you happy, you have to keep your half perfect. You are responsible for your half, and your half has a certain amount of garbage. Your garbage is your garbage. The one who has to deal with that garbage is you, not your partner. If your partner tries to clean your garbage, they are going to end up with a broken nose. We have to learn not to put our nose where no one wants it. And it's the same with your partner's half. Your partner has a certain amount of garbage. Knowing your partner has garbage, you allow them to deal with their own garbage. You are going to love them and accept them with all of their garbage. You're going to respect their garbage. You are not in the relationship to clean your partner's garbage. They're going to clean it they're going to clean their own. Even if your partner asks you for help, you have the choice to say no. Saying no doesn't mean you don't love or accept your partner. It means that you are not able or don't want to play that game. For example, if your partner gets angry, you can say, "You have the right to be mad, but I don't have to be mad because you are mad. I didn't do anything to cause your anger." You don't have to accept your partner's anger at all, but you can allow them to be angry. There's no need to argue. Just allow them to be what they are. Allow them to heal without intervening. And you can also agree not to interfere with your and you can also agree not to feel interfere with your own healing process. Let's say you are let's say you're a person, you're happy, and for whatever reason your partner cannot be happy. They have personal problems, they're dealing with their garbage and they're unhappy. Because you love them and you support them, but supporting them because you love them, you will support them. But supporting them doesn't mean you're going to be unhappy because they are unhappy. This is not support at all. If they're unhappy and you get unhappy, both of you will sink. If you are happy, your happiness can bring her happiness back. Their happiness back, excuse me. In the same way, if you are down and they are happy, their happiness is your support. For your own sake, let them be happy. Don't even try to take their happiness away. Whatever happens in your work, don't come home and throw your poison at them. Be silent and let them know it's nothing personal. You're just dealing with yourself. You can say, "Keep being happy, keep playing, and I will join you when I can enjoy your happiness. Right now, I need to be alone." Welcome in. We are reading The Mastery of Love by Don Miguel Ruiz. Welcome in, welcome in. If you understand the concept of the wounded mind, you will understand the reason why romantic relationships are so difficult. The emotional body is sick. It has wounds. It has poison. If we are not aware that we are sick and that our partner is sick, we become selfish. The wounds hurt, and we have to protect our wounds. even from the one we love. Yes, even from the one we love. But if we have the awareness, we can have different agreements. When we are aware that our partner has emotional wounds and we love our partner, we certainly don't want to touch their wounds. We don't want to push them to heal. We don't want to push them to heal their wounds, and we don't want them to push us to heal our wounds. Take the risk and take the responsibility to make a new agreement with your partner. Not an agreement that you read in a book, but an agreement that works for you. If it doesn't work, change that agreement and create a new one. Use your imagination to explore new possibilities, to create new agreements based on respect and love. Communication through respect and love is the whole key to keeping the love alive and never getting boring in your relationship. It's about finding your voice and stating your needs. It's about trusting yourself and trusting your partner. What you're going to share with your partner is not the garbage, but your love, your romance, your understanding. The goal is for the two of you to be happier and happier, and that calls for more and more love. You are the perfect person, and your partner is the perfect human, just as the dog is the perfect dog. If you treat your partner with love and respect, who is going to get the benefit? No one else but you. That's what didn't I just say? Didn't I just say that? If you treat your partner with love and respect, who is going to get the benefit? No one else but you. Heal your half. Go to therapy. Heal your half, and you are going to be happy. If you can heal that part of you, then you are going to be ready for a relationship without fear, without need. But remember, you can only heal your half. If you are in a relationship and you work with your half and your partner works with the other half, you will see how quickly progress is made. Love is what makes you happy. And if you love from the servant of love, if you become the servant of love and your partner becomes the servant of love, you can just imagine all the possibilities. The day will come when you can be with your partner with no guilt and no blame, no anger and no sadness. That day will be wonderful when you can be completely open, only to share, only to serve, only to give your love. Once you decide to be a couple, you are there to serve the one you love, the one you choose. You are there to serve your love to your lover, to be each other's servant. In every kiss, in every touch, you feel you are each there to please the one you love without expecting anything back. More than sex, it's about being together. The sex becomes wonderful also, but it's completely different. Sex becomes a communion. Sex becomes a complete surrendering, a dance, an art, a supreme expression of beauty. You can make an agreement that says, I like you. You are wonderful and you make me feel so good. I'll bring the flowers, you bring the soft music. We'll dance and we'll both go to the clouds. It's beautiful, it's wonderful, it's romantic. Ooh, it's no longer a war of control. It's about service. But you can only do that when the love you have for yourself is very strong. Mm, emotional. Because up until maybe the last month of my relationship, everything he described about it being a perfect relation, about what the perfect relationship looks like, is exactly what I was experiencing. So it was very hard to read that and know that I was experiencing it and then have it snatched away because they weren't keeping up their half the right way and they were lying about their half. Ah, hate crying. I'm not crying. I'm getting choked up. I'm not crying. Not yet. I've been there, but I've had to learn I can't always be alone. When I had issues, I had to learn how to communicate and then later on learn that I had to solve my own problems, yet also communicate my frustrations with my partner. It has to be a healthy balance. Yes. Yeah, that was the thing. Like what in my pretend healthy relationship, um that was something that was really important was, I was able to vent and I would say, no, I don't want to vent, I don't want to do that because you're having a good day and I don't want to, and they'd be like, I have the space for it, go ahead, vent. but it wouldn't be me trying to force my beliefs or force my anger for them to be angry with me. It was my own stuff. I just wanted to verbally process, and I was able to have that space to do that. Um, and for that, I'm thankful. I needed it during that time. Um, be yourself, love yourself, prioritize yourself, and always prioritize yourself, even when you're in a relationship, because when you do that, things will work out. Things will work out. You focus on loving yourself and being the best version of yourself, the version of yourself that you actually want to project to the world, not what you think you should be or what you thought you should be or whatever. You end up finding someone and attracting someone, because when you're yourself, the thing is, like, even when you go out into the world, if you're not in a relationship, if you are yourself loudly, if it's loud, maybe yourself is quiet, but if you're yourself as loud or as quiet as you want to be, as vulgar or conservative as you want to be, literally just anything about you that is yourself, if you do that, then you will the person that's attracted to that is already going to be attracted to who you are and be unwilling to change that. I will not change for you. Go in there saying that. It works. It works. I will not change for you. I do not expect you to change for me. I like you. And what did you just say? I like you. You are wonderful and you make me feel so good. I'll bring the flowers. You bring the soft music. We'll dance and we'll both go to the clouds. I like you. Pretty good. But when you when you choose yourself, you'll never feel guilty for walking away, because you're always going to know that it is yourself that you're protecting and prioritizing. It's you. You have a best friend, someone that you don't you never question their intentions because they're your very best friend. They would do anything for you, anything. You would do anything for them. Y'all are a part of each other's lives in a very tight and intimate way. You have a best friend? Hold your romantic partners to the standard of your best friend. I'm talking about your real best friend. I'm talking about the one that you spend all of your time with, is you on the phone with all the time, that is the first person you tell anything to. I'm not talking about the best friend from high school that y'all been saying y'all best friends for 20 damn years, and no, I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the person that's your real best friend. And if you don't have that, I'm so sorry. But your closest friend, your truest friend, the one who was never ever had ill intentions towards you ever, the one that you can be honest with, the one that you can be like, hey, I don't like that you did that, and it literally doesn't mean that the relationship is over. You can be honest with them, you can hold them accountable, they can hold you accountable. That person, that best friend, it could be your cousin, it could be your sibling, it could be anybody, whoever it is, that is the very best person in your life, that treats you with every the way exactly how you want to be treated by any human. That person, that's the standard you hold your relationships to. You got to be better than that. You got to be better than my best friends. You got to treat me better than my best friends. You got to be more consistent than my best friends. You got to be better than them. If you can't be better than them for me, I don't know what you can do for me. But that, for me, is my self-love, because I love myself enough to know that I've chosen beautiful people to be in my life. And if you can't be better than them, I don't want you. I don't want you. I don't want you. I don't want you. Anyway, and for the love that is holy, don't let the toxic partner try and manipulate you into staying, for example, with suicide threats and guilt tactics. Listen, someone that doesn't love themselves is a dangerous person to you if you are on the journey of self love. I'm going to say that again. Someone that does not love themselves is dangerous to you when you're on the journey of self love. because they don't want you to love yourself. They will do what they need to do to try to bring you where they are. Suicide threats, guilt tactics, stuff like that, trying to guilt you into staying with them because they need you. If they don't love themselves, they can't love you. Not in the way that you need to be loved or deserve to be loved. They can't because they don't value their own life. Why would they value your life if they don't value their own? And I'm not saying every person that don't love themselves don't value their life, but I've been there. When I hated myself, listen, had I died at that time, I mean, I've had my own suicide attempts. I did this one TikTok where they asked, trigger warning, suicide. I did this video where they asked, like, if you had been successful, how many years ago would we have lost you? 17 years ago. If I was successful 17 years ago, I would have been up out of here. And I was a kid and I didn't love myself. So the best thing that you can do for yourself is to love yourself and avoid people that don't love themselves because they're dangerous. They are dangerous for you. People that are not even trying to love themselves are dangerous to you if you are on the journey of self love. And I know that may sound harsh and you don't want to own that person, but they're cool. Cool story, bro. They're dangerous. If they are not even making an attempt to love themselves, they are dangerous to you in your journey, in your healing. Yes, thank God I'm still here. I'm thankful. They are dangerous to you, your self journey, your self love, your self development. They're dangerous because if they're not even trying, they're not making an attempt to love themselves and to be better, all they're going to do is cloud your vision, dump their poison on you, and try to make you come down to where they are. And you better than that. You deserve more than that. You deserve to love yourself. You deserve to love yourself. You are enough. You always have been enough. You always will be enough. You are exactly what this world needs. But if you don't believe that about yourself, if you don't love yourself, you're not going to be able to be everything that you're supposed to be. Because 80% of your purpose is you loving yourself and being yourself. The other 20% are the things that you do with that self-love. Keep that in mind. Anyway, y'all, we're going to continue the mastery of love tomorrow. The next chapter is called The Magical Kitchen. The Magical Kitchen. That's going to be interesting. It's short too. So hopefully it has some good stuff they have some good stuff to say, or we might just end up reading 2 chapters tomorrow. Um anyway, see y'all tomorrow. Y'all have a lovely night. And yeah, bye guys. Bye.